This is going to be a series of videos on how to build a treeless treehouse or a play fort for kids. I couldn't find many videos on YouTube on how to do this, so I figured I'd share what I ended up coming up with and what I did. So in the following videos, it'll be a step-by-step basically of how this tree fort is built. So with the lack of videos on YouTube for this kind of stuff, I figured it was better that people could see it. You know, this picture right here is an almost finished treehouse, my treehouse. But yeah, we'll just get right into the starting process, I guess. This is the first hole I was digging. All of them ended up having to be 4 feet, and I think I was going to use 1-foot sono tubes to put the concrete and stuff in, but I think I ended up going with the 10-inch sono tubes in the end. So we'll see that later. So there had to be 4 holes dug, and I was doing it basically a 10 by 10 was my goal. So here I'm actually trying to make sure the holes are lined up properly. They ended up being off a little, but it was okay. And it's just some random wood sitting around, obviously, that was there at the time. Don't make fun of my Crocs. That was the frame for the 10 by 10. So these are the 4 holes dug and me trying to make sure all leveled out. I actually had to widen the holes a little bigger than I thought. That's why I ended up with 10-inch sonos tubes instead of 12-inch. See, these are pieces of rebar and some wire I was going to put in there to help give it some support. The holes ended up being awful. You see this one's on the outside corner, kind of. And the next one will kind of be on the outside corner. And then that's the bracket for the 6x6, which is going to be the legs for the stand. See, this one's a little in. I thought all these holes were level, but this one you're looking at now is actually quite significantly lower, which I don't know what happened there. I put a level on everything. So here's some of the bags of concrete. I thought I was going to need just 20. I ended up needing almost 22. It's just some of the wood and such. These are 6x6s right there, and out in the distance you can see there's a pile of wood. I had all the wood delivered because a lot of these boards were real long, so I couldn't just, bring them in my car or anything. So these are the holes, obviously filled with concrete, and you see there's a bolt in the middle of them. Those were J-bolts that hook up to the brackets I ended up using. That was a bracket on the ground you could see for a second. My daughter actually helped the concrete. She wasn't too happy about it halfway through, but she did a good job. She was spraying the water while I was mixing, and surprisingly, it dries real quick, so you got to get those hooks in there as quick as possible. And, I didn't realize that at the time. So you're going to see there's the bracket, and here's the bracket mounted, and I had like a little wobble because the hook should have been, the J-bolt should have been down a little lower. You can see the wobble there. So what I did is I took a grinder, which I think is in this video. Yeah, so I just ground them down a little and it ended up working perfect. You're going to see a couple of them were pretty wobbly. But, when you put those hooks in, and you got to put them in the right spot, and, they got to get down there pretty quick. And here they are grounded, and you'll see that there's like no wobble now to it at all, which is what I was going for. So this is, this bracket's going to keep the 6x6 off the ground, obviously, and not touching the concrete directly either. And here's all of them in place, and I put them different directions. So one's facing one way, you see it's that way, and then the next one's going to be facing a different way. There again, those stupid Crocs. You see that one was real bad. That one was that far into the corner. But ended up fine, and the treehouse is up with it at that